Well, hello everyone, this is Joe Tortonesi. Welcome to Joe's Drum Shop. The last episode that we did had a lot to do with the funk style of drumming. We're going to continue on with that today. We're in the book called Drums 2. It's called the Fast Track. And that basically covers a lot of different styles, rock, funk, reggae, which after I get done with this chapter, the next thing will be into the reggae style. But for right now, we're going to keep finishing up with the funky stuff. I'm going to start off with, I've got three patterns, A, B, and C. I'm on page 32 of this book, Drums 2. And it's, some of these are a little tricky, so you got to practice them slowly. Make sure you get them down slow and then build them up to speed. So I've got some music examples that I'll be playing along with these, but let's break them down right now. So the first thing on letter A, I'm going to be playing hi-hat straight eighth notes. There's going to be one hi-hat opening on the and of 3. And the way that'll work is I'm going to be playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, the bass and the snare are going to be on different patterns. The first thing, the bass is going to sound like this. This is the first measure. Each one of these, by the way, are 2-measure phrases. So I'm going to play the first measure for you, and then I'll put the second measure with it and practice that one, and then we'll put them both together. So it's going to start off like this. The first one is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll play that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, that's the first measure. Second measure, again, the eighth notes are playing all the way through. The snare drum's going to come in on different E's and U's with the bass drum. So the second measure is 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Do that again because there's a lot going on. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Okay, now I'm going to put both of those on letter A, first line. I'm going to put those two measures together. Slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. All right, now I'm going to come back and play that full speed, but we're going to do it with some music. Let's go on to letter B, the next one. So the first measure is going to be straight eighth notes again. In fact, all of these are eighth notes. On this particular measure, there are no openings. There's going to be an opening on the second measure. So the straight eighth notes are just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll keep that in line evenly, and the bass drum and snare drum are going to move throughout different 16th notes. So here we go, letter B. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 E Okay, second measure. Now this one's going to have the opening on the and of 1. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Okay, now I'm going to put the bass and snare in again, and let's add this to the mix. Here's the second measure only. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and I'll do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, I'm going to put letter B together, both measures. Here we go. 2, ready, go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2, a 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. All right, last but not least on this funky stuff is what they call it, letter C. I'll play the first measure. It's going to have an opening on the and of 3 this time. So we got just the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I'm going to put the bass drums and the snare drums in, all different types of 16th notes. Here we go. 1 E and a 2, a 3 E and 4 and one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and a 2, a 3 E and 4 and All right, last part of letter C. This is the second measure. The hi-hat opening at the end of this will be in the and of 4. So it'll sound like this with the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. I'm going to put just the second measure together and with the basses and snares, and here's what that sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 and. All right, this is a busy one. Letter C all the way. Both measures. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and a 2, a 3 E and 4, and a 1 E and 2, and a 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2, and a 3 E and 4, a 1 E and 2, and a 3 E and a 4, and. All right, as you can see, funk patterns can get very, very busy. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is linear drumming. I'm going to break that down for you. Basically what it says here, it says many beats are played in a linear style. Now what that means is the only part of the kit is being played at one time. So if I'm playing a certain hi-hat or a snare drum or a bass drum, they're all going together in a single file line. They're not going to be played together, like some of the past patterns that I just played for you right now. Some of those snare drums hit with the hi-hat, some of the bass drums hit with the hi-hat, so they were all over the place. They hit sometimes with it, sometimes they didn't. This is actually a separate thing, so that's kind of what we're doing with this. Let's kind of take this really slow and really easy. The first basic beat that I ever learned doing this linear style drumming was this one. The bass drum is on 1 and 3, snare drum's on 2 and 4, and then the hi-hat plays all the ands. So it's going to start off with the bass drum first, and then there's a rest above the bass drum, and the hi-hat will hit on the and. So it's going to go like this, 1 and. Then the snare drum comes in on beat 2, 2, then the hi-hat on the and, then the bass drum, then the hi-hat, then the snare drum, then the hi-hat. So basically it's bass, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, bass, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat. I'll play a little bit faster. So as you can see, that's what you call linear drumming, when everything's played separately. I'm going to do another version of this. In fact, we've got several versions. that's going to kind of get this idea of the linear kind of groove going with different patterns. So that one was called And Now. This one's called And Then Some. We're still at the bottom of page 32. This one is going to be a little bit different. The hi-hat is still on the ands, but the bass and snare are going to be different 16th notes. So I'll break down the bass drum for you first, and then the snare drum. It's going to go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Then with the hi-hat, it's going to be on the and. Now remember, because I'm counting 16th notes, the hi-hat and the bass drum will be separate because they're going to be, one's going to be on the and, while one's going to be on the So here's what that sounds like. I'll do it slow first. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Now a little bit more up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Pretty cool sounding. It doesn't sound like any other beat we've done to date so far. Again, but this is more of a funkier, linear style groove, okay? All right, we're moving on to page 33. We're going to do And Then Again. Now we're going to get a little bit more complex with the pattern. So these ones here, the ride cymbal is going to play on the and. So again, it'll be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. The bass drum will be on 1 and 3, snare drum on 2 and 4. But we're going to add another element to it. We're going to add the hi-hat, but with the foot. So everything I've been doing with the hi-hat has been closed, and I'll play it with my stick. If I need it open, I lift up, close it back down. This time, I won't be hitting it with the stick. It'll strictly be with the foot. So here's what it's going to sound like. First of all, we got to get the pattern up running. I'll try it out real slow so you can get the feel of it. So the bass drum, again, remember bass drum and snare drum is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ride cymbal will play on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Now, the only thing different, remember we didn't play the hi-hat with the foot yet. The hi-hat on the foot is going to play on 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when I do that, the bass drum and the snare drum will get hit with the hi-hat on each of their turns. Because remember the bass drum's on 1 and 3, snare drum's on 2 and 4. So you're going to play this. It's going to be hi-hat and bass together, then hi-hat and snare together, but no bass. This is where students have a little bit of a tricky thing trying to get this done because, again, you're doing four-way independence. We're doing four things, something with our right, our left hand, something with our right foot, and our left foot. So this is very mind-boggling in a way, but you got to take your time with it and do it slow. And then we'll speed it up. All right, so again, I'm going to start off with the bass drum and the hi-hat together, and then a ride cymbal, and then a hi-hat and a snare, and then a ride cymbal, then the bass, and then the ride cymbal, hi-hat and snare, ride cymbal. Here's what it sounds like slow. Okay, pretty easy to do once you get things figured out and what you have to do with both your right hand, left hand, right foot, left foot. All right, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, not too bad. Actually adds another nice little element to the drums. You got that hi-hat playing like somebody else would be playing, maybe like a shaker part or a tambourine. It's a nice little added touch, but the drummer does it himself. All right, next one. It's called And Then Some More. So now this one is very similar to just got done what we just got doing. And this one here is going to be with the hi-hat and the bass first, and then a ride cymbal. And then you got a 16th note, which is something that's a little more busier now. So it's going to go 1 and then the hi-hat and snare will hit 2. The ride cymbal's on the and then the bass drum 3 and 4 with the hi-hat and snare, ride cymbal on the and bass. So I'll play that slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. A little more up to speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, moving along. This next one is going to be called 1 and a 2 and probably remember that from the old Lawrence Welk show, maybe. So this one here, the reason why they say and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and is because that's the rhythm of what the hi-hat's going to be doing. The 16th notes on the hi-hat will be on the and the which gives you that 1 and a 2 and a 3. So we're going to do this one first with 2 right sticks on the hi-hat. So it's going to be a bass drum, and then 2 hi-hats, and then the snare drum, then 2 hi-hats, and then bass drum, and then snare drum, and then Okay, so let's play that together. 1, 2, ready, slow. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. All right, I'll play it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Now we can do that same exact thing, but now we're going to play it with both hands on the hi-hat. So both sticks on the hi-hat, and every time you do, you're going to go, instead of just right, you're going to go right-left. Okay, so I'll start off with the bass. The bass does it first. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Now up to speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. All right, so that's 2 variations. One you can play just right-handed, or you can go right-left if you want to take the pattern faster. It's always a little easier to take it faster with 2 sticks than just the 1. I mean, it still can be done. There's drummers out there that can still play with one-handed. But sometimes you just want to relax and just enjoy the pattern. And if it's playing a lot, for a long period of time, you definitely want to play with 2 hands and save that energy. All right, the next one's called the variation of that. And this one is going to be on the E and the and instead of the and the So again, if we're dealing with 4 16th notes, you have 1 E and Now the first one we did, that 1 and a 2 and was on 1 E and 2 E and This one is going to be 1 E and 2 E and. It comes in earlier, 1 16th note earlier. 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. So I'm going to do that again, this time with the right stick only, and then we'll do the left-right stick. And I'll explain what we're going to do with that in a minute. But let's start out with the double right. You're going to get 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and A little faster. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Now let's play it with the 2 hands or 2 sticks. This time when you play it, because the snare drum has to hit with the right stick, Every time you hit the hi-hat, it's always going to be a combination of left-right. You're not going to go right-left, because if you do, then you'd have to hurry and get your right stick back on that snare again. So that's why it's easier to go left-right, and then you have a chance to hit that right again. So it makes it easier to get to. I'll explain to you in kind of just a brief definition of it. Here's what it sounds like. 1, and then you're going to go E and 2, and then you're going to hit the snare drum. 2, E and 3, E and 4, E and. So as I hit that snare on 2 and 4, I come back with the left and a right. See, it makes it easier. If I hit the snare drum on the right and I had to come back with the right, it's got to be really quick. And sometimes playing a faster pattern like that, it can be very daunting and very tricky to do, and also pretty, takes away a lot of the energy. All right, so variation, here we are. We're going to play it with the left-right, and we're going to go like this. I'll play it up a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. There you go. All right, and the last funky pattern we're going to play is kind of a mixture of everything, okay? So we're going to be putting the 16th notes on the and, the anda, the E and then also we have an opening on the last one. So here we're going to do it slow. This is a 2-measure phrase. This goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. Moving along, we're on the next page. Linear funk. Now we're going to start taking these patterns and getting a little bit more linear, moving around the drum set. Okay. First of all, we got the first one. There's 4 of them on each one of these. So linear funk has A, B, C, and D. I'll break these up real kind of slow first, and then we'll play it up to speed a little bit. Okay? So the first one, letter A, you're going to go like this. Bass, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat, open, snare, bass, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, a little more up to speed. Okay. Number, or I should not say number, letter B. This one I'll do slow. A little more up to speed. Letter C. We're going to go through these a little bit more and a little bit quicker. And here we go with letter C. I'll do it slow. Okay, a little more up to speed. And the last one, letter D, I'll play that slow. And up to speed. All right, the next section is called breathing room. And this one's going to go letter A, B, C, and D as well. So I'll break these up slow. Letter A. A little more up to speed. And letter B. And a little bit faster. Okay, we're going on to letter C. A little busier. Here it is slow. And a little more up to speed. And last one, letter D. 1, 2, ready, go, and all right, and we're going down to the last section on page 34 called Funky Shuffles. There are some hi-hat openings, and when we do a funky shuffle, funky shuffles are actually a shuffle rhythm means that everything's grouped in threes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. These are two measure phrases. I'll play the first one for you. There's letter A and letter B. This is letter A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. A little more up to speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, letter B. No hi-hat openings in this, just a little bit busier bass and snare. So here's this one. Letter B slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1. All right. Now we're going to end with these last two songs, and we're going to kind of put all of these little things that we've done throughout this chapter together in a song. This first song is called Riding the Bus. Just like that. So that was called Riding the Bus. Very cool, as you can see, a lot of those andas in there on the 16ths. Now, staccato funk. This is going to be a little bit more bells and whistles with the hi-hats and different things, openings, 16th notes, all sorts of things going on. Let's try this one out. As you can see, that one is pretty fun to do as well. Now, I don't want to let you go yet because we still had those funky stuff patterns that I did in the very beginning of this show, this TV show, and I want to go over those with the music, okay? They're going to break with a little bit of song, and then they'll wait, and it's a very short thing through those three. So let's try this one out. And this is called Funky Stuff. Here we go. All right, and that's all we have time for today. I would like to thank everybody out there for watching and, of course, drumming along, hopefully. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line at JoeDrums 2112. JoeDrums1 at Comcast.net. I got so many different emails. JoeDrums1 at Comcast.net. Please feel free to drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the show if you like it. I'm going to be continuing these probably on YouTube as well, so look for those. And I will see you guys on the next show. Until then, you guys take care, keep rocking, or should I say keep funkin'. All right, we'll see you guys. Take care.